Good evening, everyone. I'm Sandra Bookman.
And I'm Joe Torres. We begin with the breaking news about Hillary Clinton's death. Hillary Clinton's doctor.
Why would they say that, ladies and gentlemen? Why would they say that Hillary died in 2016? Everybody saw the collapse on 9/11. And then she reemerged like a Stephen King movie, like Pet Sematary, or something worse. There's something terribly wrong with these people on television. And they're obviously not human anymore. We've got incredible evidence, forensic evidence, to go over. How many of you remember the collapse? And there she is, reappearing for everyone to see. But obviously it wasn't the same Hillary. The television announced her death. They obviously knew she didn't make it, but to everyone's surprise, she reappeared. This isn't the first time that this has happened in recent history, to say the least. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about that and so much more. Here was the Greensboro, North Carolina appearance right after the collapse. This was a live stream, and she glitched during the live stream. Obviously, that was a CGI Hillary. We saw 3 different Hillarys in the days leading up to the 2016 election. And this is just one example of something, of a phenomenon that is just beyond imagination for most people out there. We've been talking about this subject for quite a few years now. We keep coming back to it because it's at the core of what's going on, to say the least. Who are these people on television? Are they aliens? Are they clones? Are they robots? That is the question.
But it is going to bother you because you're human, and I was human. I am human. But it is going to bother you because you're human, and I was human. I am human.
And then there's that. And then there's this. Robot Biden. They look like robotoids. They look like they come off the assembly line, controlled by the AI, part of the Matrix, part of the beast system, telling you what you don't want to hear. Playing the same song and dance as every other New World Order puppet, and as many of the other people that are around us. Seems like it's not just the people on television that have been assimilated. But are these sheeple on the ground the same type of robot? Or is there something else going on? We're going to be looking at the evidence, to say the least, ladies and gentlemen. Here's a very back as if nothing ever happened. Oh, he's just fine. Another strange moment in history. But this is way back in the 70s. If they had organic robotoids in the 70s, what does that mean? What year is it? Now, it's been long suspected that these people on television are like Westworld robots. Some of these people on television. These reporters that you see blinking at 1,000,000 times a second don't seem to be human. Who blinks like that? I mean, some people blink like that, but imagine blinking 10 times a second, really. Now, this has been categorized as like when a computer accesses memory and you see the blinking light. Perhaps these early robotoids would blink like this when they're accessing their memory, or perhaps they're transmitting a hidden code. It's hard to say, isn't it? But you see this every so often. That's okay to be a skeptic. It's okay to say, well, you've seen people like this. Perhaps you're going to say that you do this. But perhaps you're just a robot trying to debunk the truth. We know that a lot of the trolls out there are part of a bot farm. So you have to wonder how many people are still human out there. We don't really know. We don't really know, ladies and gentlemen. But we have endless examples of these people on television glitching out. So what's the cause? Are they on drugs? Are they clones? Are they robots? Are they demonically possessed? How do you know? How do you know without dissecting these people? Here's another one. Right there on live television. Just goes into a trance. So what's going on with these people? Are they really human? When you listen to the rhetoric on television these days, you can't imagine that these people are really human. Now check this out. This really kind of seals the deal. These are different people. People that you know on television. Look how similar they look. You might say, oh, these are doppelgangers. And so all of the Hollywood celebrities are doppelgangers of one another. Now, it could be that, or it could be that they basically come from the same gene pool, the same clone factory. Maybe they have the look that the producers were looking for. In any case, it is suspicious to see how similar these actors and actresses look to one another. If we didn't tell you that they were different people, you would assume they were the same person. That's how bad it is. That's how cloney they look out there. And we've seen all sorts of clone hybrids ever since. This video isn't new, but we've seen many more clones since then. And still, we have more evidence. This is the freakiest one right there. Bailey and Bale. Huh? But there's many more. Many more examples of the assimilation. Many more examples that something is terribly wrong with the world. Now, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure out that there's something wrong with the current events. The real question is, why is this happening? Why is this happening to planet Earth? Why is this happening to humanity? Why are they raping and eating children? Why are they releasing bioweapons? Why are they poisoning the food, the air, the water? Don't they care about people's health? Do we really need a death tower in everybody's neighborhood? Why are they beating, people over the head with a baton, saying it's for their health? Does that look healthy? What about these strange towns like Bluffdale? There's nobody there. Bluffdale, of course, is the home of the NSA Supercenter. Now, there are many angles to this story. Here's another one. Look at this guy. ESPN. They got a Robotoid as well. It's like they just come off the assembly line. And there's more. Seriously, there's more examples of these types of glitches in the Matrix. And so you can't help but ask, what is going on? Look at this guy. What's up with this guy? They just find him in the mall. It's like their batteries ran out. Time for a battery change. Yeah, they can't even believe what they're saying themselves. What is this? What is it? What's going on? And so, here's another example. An entire town, it looks like. This isn't a mannequin challenge. This lady was freaking out. She's driving through the park. She sees all these people getting an update like iRobot. She's like, I'm out of here. Do you blame her? Now, just one of these videos, all by itself, you could say, oh, it's a coincidence. They're just being stupid. But pay attention. Because you've encountered this phenomenon yourself. Every time you meet somebody, like a Karen or a sheeple, and you try to explain to them what's going on, they won't hear it. It's not that they don't understand. It's that they're on the other side of the fence. They're the enemy, somehow. You know that they know. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure out that whatever's going on out there is bad news. That the official story is unbelievable. And yet, no matter what evidence comes out, these people won't hear it. And in fact, they'll get angry if you bring it up. It's not natural. These people don't pass the Turing test. And that's the big clue. These people that you talk to that want to wear 2 masks, they want to get their booster shots, they want to bow down and worship the television. These people don't pass the Turing test. There's no humanity left in them. Something is wrong. And so now you have to ask yourselves, well, what is it? Is it Skynet? Is it an alien invasion? Is it all of the above? What's the worst case scenario? Skynet escapes the lab? Aliens have invaded the planet and have taken over like they live? Demonic parasites from another dimension body snatching people? What is the worst case scenario? What's the best case scenario? Given everything we've seen since 9/11, what's the best case scenario right now? These people have gone completely crazy. They've turned into a Jonestown cult and they want to kill themselves and everybody on the planet. That's probably the best case scenario right now. These people have just lost their minds. But you look at the organization. You look at the structure. You look at all of the other dots that we connect regularly on this show. The paranormal events. The paranormal activity. This is more than just a Jonestown cult. These people have been body snatched, at the very least, and have spawned clones and robots in a beast system. What it really looks like out there when you start connecting all of the dots, it looks like the pages of the Bible playing out before our very eyes. And it looks like we're reaching the end times. Are we there yet? We don't know. But we're getting closer. Everybody can feel it. And technology is at such a place where just about anything now is possible. Clones, robots, underground bases, energy weapons. Why not even spaceships and bases on the moon or on Mars, or who knows? They're hiding everything from us. And they're trying to exterminate everyone. That's the big problem here. They're like the creepers that come up to you and pester you. They're like the rapists that are trying to rape you. And that's the problem here. It'd be one thing if they just did their thing late at night behind closed doors and left everybody alone. But now they're trying to rape the entire human species. And so we have a major problem here on planet Earth, ladies and gentlemen. And it's not just a virus, and it's not just the eugenics programs. These are the side effects of the underlying syndrome. And so the question is, what is going on? We may not know what these people are on television, but we know what they represent. They represent this new world order, this cult of death that worships the devil, that rapes and molests little children. They represent the dark side, whatever they are, aliens, robots, all of the above. What matters most here is what they represent. They represent the devil. They represent the demonic. They represent the dark side. And so when you think about the magnitude of what we're dealing with here, this is a challenge of epic proportions. This comes at the core of everybody's belief system. This system wants you to sell out. This system wants you to get the mark of the beast. This system wants you to worship the devil. They want your soul. That's what this system wants. And that's the price that people are going to have to pay. If they want to be left alone by the system. And so bowing down to the system, surrendering to the system, means selling your soul. They obviously want it pretty badly. They want you to capitulate. They want you to worship the devil. That's what they want. And so what does that mean? It means eternal damnation. It means burning in hell forever. That's the price they want you to pay, because misery loves company. They know they're doomed. And so they don't want anyone to survive. They don't want anyone to make it. They don't want anyone to pass the test. And so this is more than just about taking a vaccine. This is about selling your soul. It's about giving in. Surrendering. Betraying what you love most, what matters most. Means you have to be a traitor to your cause. And that's a price that most Christians out there are not going to pay. And so that means it's going to be war. It's going to be a horrible experience, to say the least. That's what it means to carry your cross. Many of you think that you'll be raptured out, that you'll be able to get off easy, that you'll get that promotion without proving yourselves. Ladies and gentlemen. But unfortunately, You're going to be tested. Each and every one of us are going to go through the tribulation. And so it's going to be tough. And whatever comes next, it's going to be like nothing we've ever seen before. But the logic behind it is quite simple. This isn't just about flesh and blood. This is about a spiritual war that's been going on for thousands of years, if not more. That's what this is about. And so we're up against the dark side, and they're trying to dominate this planet and exterminate life as we know it and assimilate humanity. You have to be all in. You have to understand that this isn't just about survival on planet Earth. This is about survival in the next life. This is about Judgment Day. And this is about making it right. Humanity is messed up since the Garden of Eden. Time and time again, humanity has folded and capitulated to the dark side. This time it has to be different. This time people have to stand up, stand their ground, and understand that this isn't just about politics. It isn't just about safety or security. This is about ending the war. This is about taking out the dark side for the glory of the kingdom. Ladies and gentlemen, we're all called to fight this war, whether you like it or not. And of course, many of you are going to feel the fear. You're going to be afraid. But there's no courage without fear. You'll acclimate. You'll get over it. You'll understand that this is the big show. We're on stage. And we're expected to perform. We're all called to do our duty here, whether we like it or not. This is what we signed up for. We understand that doing good is its own reward. And so keep asking questions out there, but hold the lines. Let's put our differences behind us for the time being. Black or white, Hispanic, Asian, what have you. These trivial differences mean very little in the current situation. We are up against pure evil. The kind of evil that wants to destroy the planet and assimilate life and turn it into the Matrix, or something worse. Something much worse. We'll leave it there for this broadcast. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Until the next time, if you're listening to this, you are the result.